My favorite campsite along the Pacific Northwest Trail. I stayed at a lot of campsites. I was on trail for 71 days. Yeah, I probably stayed at 55, 60 different places. For me to say this is my favorite one, that's a big deal. Before I actually get to what my favorite campsite was, I thought I would do a couple honorable mentions. And I was on ridges, on the top of mountains, in valleys, next to lakes or along the oceans. And so your camp spot for the night usually changes dramatically almost every single day. My first honorable mention is right around Mount Locke. There's a couple mountains, and it's right outside of Glacier National Park in Montana. My good friend Jordan and I stayed the night on top of this ridge just overlooking the mountains, and it was absolutely incredible. The second honorable mention is on the east side of Upper Priest Lake in Idaho. You have some incredible campsites. I believe it's a first come, first serve kind of thing, no reservations, and I had this unbelievable spot right on the water, and I got to meet 3 insane men.
It's been like an hour. Let's get out on this thing.
Good idea.
Come on.
Okay.
Wait, are you in there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
All right. Wait. Wait a minute. I think I got wine up my ass.
You got what up your ass?
I loved camping along Cathedral Lake in the Satan Wilderness. You actually have to hike a good 2 days to get to Cathedral Lake. That's probably one of the main reasons why I loved it. It was so secluded. And then of course on the coast of Washington, when I finished the trail, all the campsites along the coast were absolutely awesome.
Heck yeah. It stopped raining, so yes.
There is one that sticks out over and over. I have been saying it is my favorite campsite, and that is Anderson Point Campground on Baker Lake in Washington. Ooh, it's such a good spot. And I was debating whether to even make this video because I don't want a lot of people there, but maybe like 2 of you are gonna go. Because it's a little challenging to get to. You actually have to hike 2 to 3 miles to actually get to this campsite. You have a stunning view of Mount Baker, you're right on the water. I was alone, so that was another thing which made it beautiful, because I love that serenity of just not having to talk to constant people. I'm all alone in the greatest campsite in the world. Here's like a map of Baker Lake. I stayed here, and then I hiked around, stayed here, and now I'm right here. I will come back here at another time, another year, and bring some friends, and this will be just in my life, I think, forever. But each site is a little bit different, and you have different views, but I loved number 4, campsite number 4. Morning. Okay, we're leaving Anderson Point on Baker Lake. I gotta move on. I got 350 more miles and I got the Olympics, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So let's keep this party going. That whole region with Baker Lake and Mount Baker is just incredible. It's so scenic, the people are so friendly, the camping is unbelievable because you're really in like almost rainforest. Like I believe it is because Olympic National Park is not too far, so you get that rainforest feel. It's kind of near the North Cascades, And so you can camp in the North Cascades, which I did, across the North Cascades, and then came down to Baker Lake. So that whole area is unbelievable as far as hiking and camping and backpacking. If you're in the area, if you're in Washington, I'm gonna put a link in the description to a website where you can read up on it if you did want to stay here. But the summer is coming up, so I'm trying to get a lot of these episodes out to get the juices flowing on things you might want to do this summer. I'm gonna keep putting some PNT videos out because this trail is freaking unbelievable. And there's so many bits and pieces to it, and I'm trying to break it down the best I can. That's all I got. Like, literally, that's all I want to say. All these episodes I'm doing on the Pacific Northwest Trail, I'm gonna specify what the PNT is, because I still get a lot of questions about the Pacific Crest Trail. I did not do the Pacific Crest Trail. I have not seen the movie Wild, nor have I read the book. I have no interest in doing the Pacific Crest Trail. There's too many people. All the places I like to go backpacking, I want to be alone for a majority of the time. I don't want to be running into people. I did 30 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail doing the Pacific Northwest Trail because they intersect up in Washington. And I was like, hi. And I was like, every 2 seconds there was a person, which was kind of nice because by then I was on my alone for like 8 days. I was like, hi, and then I just got tired. Oh, and it was really funny too because I was near the Canadian border, and the Pacific Crest Trail hikers, as they were passing me, they said, "Did you make it to the terminus? Did you make it to the terminus?" And I was like, no, I'm not doing that trail. And then I got so tired of saying that when somebody would ask me if I made it to the terminus, I'd be like, you know what? I got like a mile from it, and I was like, I don't need to see it. And then I just turned around. Yeah, it's like people thought I was so serious. They're like, you just hiked like, 2,500 miles just to like get a mile from the terminus and turn around. I just thought that was funny.